question and answer time with Todd and Aaron.
It's time for Q&A with TNA. By the way, that stands for Todd and
Aaron. Always love that. I don't know why I giggle so much each time because, I've heard it a couple times. In fact, I made it. But anyways, welcome into Q&A with TNA. You've got T over there. I'm A, Todd Downing, Aaron Montgomery. We are with Our Success Group, oursuccessgroup.com. Let's put it up there. What the heck? There we go. Up that way. There. Perfect.
By the time I get all this figured out is when we'll stop doing it. So
exactly. We'll just change it. Yeah, totally. So all right. Well, welcome in, Cheryl. Hello. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. And Kelly, thank you for joining us as well. Appreciate you being along for the ride here today. All right, Todd. So little Q&A here today. Oh, there we go. Finally, YouTube unloaded and let everybody in. So
yes, it did.
Dax, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Tanya, howdy. Tanya, nice to see you.
And yeah.
Pilar and Rena, hello and happy Monday to you too. And Todd looks like he's trying to land a plane. Yes, exactly. Man, if that plane is coming in hot though, boy, look out.
Well, for those that will have no clue what this is in reference to, Aaron, that island had a landing strip on it too. And it had a picture of a plane. So
okay. Does it have a helipad though? I feel like I want to travel via helicopter.
I'm sure we can make one.
Okay. All right.
Why not?
Private island, baby. Nice. All right. Renee, hiya. Hello. Glad you're joining us. Martha and Tina checking in as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us. A Facebook user, good evening to you, Facebook user. If you would do us a huge favor and head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook and it's a Facebook rule and regulation when you're checking out something from a group. It doesn't allow third-party software to share your details or get your details without you giving them permission. So again, that's StreamYard.com/Facebook and just give them permission and then we'll know who we're talking to over there. So appreciate that. Terry, hello guys.
Or, the other thing they could do too, if they didn't want to go to StreamYard and give them permission, is they could just go to liveosg.com and watch the feed there as well.
Correct. Yeah, you can just watch it from YouTube. YouTube doesn't have those same restrictions, obviously. So definitely good stuff there. Terry says, hello guys. Thanks, Todd. It worked perfect. Boom. Good job.
Perfect.
Love it. And Debbie, thank you so much for joining us. And another Facebook user, again, StreamYard.com/Facebook. Eileen, and good afternoon to you. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't always stick. Sometimes you have to, I don't know what Facebook's deal is when they refresh that. Again, the other idea is just hit us up over on Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube at liveosg.com. That's an easy way to get directly to our link over there on YouTube.
Yep. Get over there and hit the subscribe button. And then as we come on, boom, it'll just alert you and let you know.
There you go. Perfect. Curtis, rainy Kansas. Hello. So,
yeah.
All right.
We had some cold weather here. I think it got down just about 30 on Saturday. It's not nice. Yesterday was a garbage day. It was no Mother's Day of planting of flowers or even running around to get any because it was just too cold for that. So we had a Mother's Day of I baked Corey a cake.
Wow.
And we she kind of picked out and made her own rub kind of for some pork loins. So we did some of that, and it was just kind of a easy breezy, lazy day. So it was kind of nice.
Yeah, definitely. That's nice. My weekend was nothing like I had planned. So my son's birthday was yesterday, along with Mother's Day, and so we were all set to have a really productive day on Saturday. Had Small Business Saturdays. That went great. Was ready to get after it. was getting the house clean, the whole nine. And my dad showed up at about 11 o'clock. I'm like, Dad, what's going on? He's like, oh, well, we're here for the birthday party. We're like, yeah, that's tomorrow. Oh, so I ended up going to the grocery store and running all the errands I needed to run in like 15 minutes. And then, yes, entertained Saturday afternoon. So yeah, good times, but it was great. We had a obviously great time visiting with my dad, getting to see him again, and everybody safe. And Lewis loved having somebody around for his birthday. So we'll plan something with his friends when that's a little more appropriate. But for now, he at least got to say hi to his grandpa. So that was good. And yeah, it was a really nice day. Tried to pamper Kylene and give Lewis some fun. He got a rock tumbler.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah. So it's in my garage, just going clunk, 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 clunk.
I could never find any decent rocks. It was gravel. It was all the same. I never found any good ones to do besides those ones that came with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right now he's got the ones that came with it in there. So we'll see how it goes. So good times. Debbie, it's 48 degrees here and it seems colder. Yeah, it's definitely a little chilly here too in the St. Louis area, but yeah. So thank you, Pilar. Yes, Lewis. In fact, I think Lewis has a mask that he's getting today for his late birthday. So thank you for that. All right, good. I think we've covered everything to get it started here. Shall we jump into a Q&A, a Q, and then hopefully provide the appropriate A, correct?
I think we can possibly do that.
All right.
Let's see how it goes. We haven't been tripped up too much yet.
All right. Well, let's see how we do here. I want to sell masks, but I'm worried about the high minimum quantities and if they are just a fad. Thoughts?
Ooh. Okay. So I guess I'm kind of in the same boat. There's a lot of stuff that's out there, and there's a lot of stuff I don't know. Because there's not sample packs. So it's here. Go ahead and buy 100 of these. In fact, I showed Aaron, I bought a couple hundred of the same ones. I bought some, loved how they looked on the sample, ordered them up. While I had those on order, other ones showed up and more showed up that were all from the same link, and they were all different. So, the gist of it, they were all the same-ish, but they were all a little different. And that scared the hell out of me, because how can I promote selling those if they're going to be like that? And I'm still waiting on the stalls ones to come in, but I think they're not going to be any more a fad than anything else. I think people are going to want them. It's almost, I'm not going to say as much as T-shirts, because, everybody needs a shirt, but, I think everybody's going to wear a mask, and everybody's going to have 3, 4, 5 of them, to rotate in and out. I think especially when you get in the sublimation ones, those are where you can really do good damage at, because you can brand them with company names. You can, put the different, you can make them so that they're going to match apparel, patterns, things like that. So it's tough. You're going to have to get into it. We did the stalls ones, and we're going to break down the packs on those. We're also looking at getting some other ones in. But what are you looking? What's time frame on those ones, Aaron? Probably beginning of the month.
Yeah, probably beginning of the month. So I could probably get them going quicker, but like you said, seeing some samples and making sure that they are what they appear to be is the trick. So yeah, I think you have to definitely, like you said, you have to kind of weigh the pros and the cons a little bit, order a whole bunch. I know a lot of people are trying to get some in, and we're working on some as well. So I've been fortunate enough to make some contacts in different places over the years that I've had in the industry, and said, hey, friend, I got a little side project here, help me out. So anyhow, we're just trying to figure out a way to get them in, but again, get them in that ones that'll work, because the trick is how you sell them. Obviously, you have to be careful how you sell them and what you call them and all that kind of fun stuff. You want to get yourself in any trouble with that. So it's unfortunately different than selling a T-shirt, but I guess it can also, again, be a bit like the fact that, I think everybody is going to need them. I don't think that we're talking fad, like fidget spinner fad.
Mhm.
And, I think we are talking more of a. I think people will use them for a while. I don't know if we're going to use them like they do overseas. I just don't know about us Americans if we can really do that for a long stretch. I mean, if you go over anywhere in Asia, though, before all this was happening, masks are pretty much standard. Apparently, if you even have like a sneeze or a cough, it's like social norm that you wear a mask. And it is what it is. You were showing me that funny meme about masks and somebody pees on you and they don't have pants on.
Yeah, from Renee. It's amazing, right? Totally makes sense.
It does totally make sense. I may have to see if we may have to show that up here, but anyhow, so it's the trick will be, yes, having the right amount and the right mass. Like you said, sublimation masks, I think are definitely cool. I think you can put, just little vinyl logos and stuff on them and still be okay. With the sublimation mask, you have to kind of realize, though, a mask is not like a t-shirt where it's flat, or, it's not flat, so a good fitting mask is actually going to be kind of curved. And so trying to all over sublimate that is going to be a real challenge. You're going to have all sorts of what you call smiles. You're going to have the little blemishes, the little folds in the fabrics and stuff like that. So, I wouldn't be hesitant to jump in a bit. Especially right now. I mean, it's still super early on.
Yeah.
If we were talking about this, let's say January next year, it'd be a whole different conversation. I think we'd obviously know a lot more by then. But also, we'd kind of see if it is something that's going to become more of a norm. So it could be interesting for sure.
Yeah. And I'm seeing a lot more of the places that, as of right now, no shoes, no shirt, no mask, no service. We've got a couple of places that those signs are going up. Masks are required to be inside. And it's just becoming the norm. And what gets me is you have the people that complain about wearing a mask and that, but hey, it's store's rules. Go by what they want, and if you don't like it, shop somewhere else. So, I don't think it's like Christine said. I don't know if fad's the right word for it, but I think right now it's the thing to do. But I think overall,
can you see over that?
Yeah, I think overall, it's definitely something to get into, and that's why, we're looking at, getting a couple thousand in, to be able to break them down, so you don't have to buy as many, because that's the one thing about the little guy is, the little guy can't afford to, drop, tens of thousands of dollars on stuff. I know somebody who dropped $14,000 on masks, and when they showed up, they were not at all what they thought they were, and they're trying to unload them just, to try and recoup some of their expense. So it's the mask game is it's kind of like the wild, wild west. You're not sure what you're going to get. You just know you're going to get something and kind of go from there with it. So
yeah,
we're hoping the ones that we get in are going to be quality ones that you'll be able to sell for a fair amount of money.
Yeah, and we could have got them probably a week or two faster, but we wanted to get samples first. I mean, it just didn't, the people I'm working with, I trust them, but it's still, there's like 20 different options and yada, 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 and all that kind of fun stuff. So, it's just a better safe than sorry, make that huge investment and then just have something that you can't, so it doesn't make sense for anybody. So you wait an extra week or so and be good. So, all right, let's see if we can get this part from Christine, if you can see over the top there.
Now I can read it.
I don't think fad is exactly the right word. My guess is that they'll sell for a while as people are concerned about catching the virus, and they're required by stores and other places where people congregate. Over time, though, people will probably start wearing them less and less. We all know how great humans are at doing things that cause slight inconvenience. Yes, They certainly are not the most comfortable thing in the whole wide world either. So, Terry says some places that have opened, you have to wear a mask when outdoors. I think they'll be used for a long time. I think it says, I think here in the U.S., we might wear them for the next couple of months. Yeah, it is interesting to kind of speculate on that. If it's the next couple of months, I wouldn't be shocked though if we see them to be more prevalent on in through a good chunk of next year. I guess it depends on a lot too, and where things end up with a vaccine and all that kind of fun stuff too. I think until there is a vaccine, I think masks will be a lot more part of the conversation. So,
yeah, agreed.
All right, let's just pop this little guy up here for fun. Here, this was from Renee about wearing masks. So, let's see here. Oh, where are you? There you are. Hold on, let's get this down. All right. We won't read it. We'll let you take a look. We'll let you read it on your own there. So we'll leave that there. Let's get to let's see here. A couple more comments and then we'll get on to the next question. Greetings from chilly Western Oklahoma. Sorry. I'm like Ron Burgundy right now. I'm just reading the card in front of me. Oh boy. Been a bit of a Monday. Pilar, maybe we as decorators can push the blemishes as a fashionable addition, like tell folks blemishes so it's custom, not mass produced. That's fantastic idea, Pilar. I love that. And in fact, that goes one of my favorite things that Jimmy Lamb likes to talk about is selling a 50-50 shirt for sublimation. And he says, don't call it a 50-50. You call it vintage, because it's got that vintage look to it, that washed in look, so same thing here, this is custom. This shows you that it's custom because, the mass produced ones are wouldn't have that little, in the all over garment decorating world. We've always called that smiles, the stuff that happens under the arms and stuff like that. We always call those smiles. So those are the smiles. It's a lot easier to sell a smile than it is to sell a blemish. So, Dax, where do we send the Y and job description to? Just success@oursuccessgroup.com. Best place for that. And let's see here. What else? Richard says in Louisiana, when we open phase 1, we don't have to wear masks in public. Interesting. So, so a lot depends on whether or not there's a second wave when the shelter-in-place orders start lifting and people are congregating again. If we do get a second wave, the masks will probably worn a lot longer. I think that's a good point, Christine. Yeah. What happens? I remember reading some stuff, and they were talking about how, and I think it was the Spanish flu, maybe one of these things. Anyhow. They were kind of comparing and contrasting at the time. St. Louis, where I'm at, they had actually gone to shelter in place really early and just kind of locked it all down, and their curve was much flatter. But then they kind of let up earlier than a lot of other people, so they actually saw more of a spike. So yeah, it definitely be interesting to see what happens once all this starts lifting. I know, again, here in the St. Louis area, outside of St. Louis County, all of like where I'm at out here on the west part, the shelter in place has been lifted. People are kind of see people back at restaurants and stuff like that. It definitely is interesting to see. There's certain, you see restaurants that are actually doing, they've got seating outside and it's definitely 6 feet apart and all this other stuff. And then you see other ones going, that doesn't look like they moved anything at all. And
right,
that guy touched that guy right there. I don't know.
I'm reading everything right. Here, right across the river from you is the earliest a restaurant can open up is June 23rd. And that's, then they have to have the restrictions in place. So I think it's where, it gets complicated on how things are going to go laid out, for Illinois. If we go by everything they said, there's a chance that you're not going to have any event over 50 people till there's a vaccine, so maybe the rest of the year, there's nothing over 50 people. So
yeah,
I don't know how things are going to work, which, that's when they talked about, prepare in the fall to, have the at-home learning still, because that's still in place. And how do you stick, 500 kids in a building? So I'm not sure what's going to happen. We'll just smile and nod.
Yep. Keep moving forward. All right. Christine said, Spanish flu of 1918. They had a couple waves when they relaxed the regulations. All right, cool. Let's get on to the next question here, Todd. We're at 20 minutes, so I think we can get one more in here today.
most certainly.
Maybe one, maybe two. Let's see how we do here. All right. How do you go about setting up a business email instead of using Yahoo? Do I need to have a website first?
So, Aaron, you use names. What do you use for yours? Because I use G Suite for mine. Where it's just through Google. I think it's like $5 or $6 a month.
Gotcha.
And I have it set up through there.
Sure. So I use Name Silo to buy the website address, and that's all that's all they do is that kind of stuff. And then I use a different service called SiteGround, SITGROUND, and they're the ones who host all my websites. So they're the hosting service, and through their hosting services, I actually get unlimited email addresses.
Okay.
And I don't even have to be hosting that. As long as I own the website, I can get an email address through them because of my hosting service. So it's now, then I just use my normal Gmail account to download as kind of my email, email reader, kind of like maybe somebody might use an Outlook or, I don't know, back in the day, Thunderbird and stuff like that, where you'd go to read your emails, nobody really uses that kind of stuff anymore, but Outlook, obviously, in certain situations. But anyhow, so it's Name Silo to buy my website. And to answer this question, you do need to have a website first to be able to do that.
You don't necessarily need the website, you just need the domain, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's true. That is actually true. So you just need the domain. You don't actually have to have a physical live website. In fact, one of my email addresses is Aaron@Montco Consulting, and there is no montcoconsulting.com website. It actually takes you to aaronmontgomery.info. So, just have always had Aaron@Montco Consulting. So, all right. So yeah, how do we go about setting that up, Todd? What do you do?
On mine, mine was just through Google. You can go sign up for their G Suite. Say that too many times fast. I think it was like $5 or $6, but you just sign up for that, and then you get extra Google Drive stuff, and it does quite a few different other things too. But it'll all tie together, monthly thing. So you have the domain, and then they'll host the email through there, and everything just comes through that. So I think right now through that Gmail account, I think I've got like 5 or 6 that'll roll through that one where I just have it forwarded through them, and it just all ends up on my phone. So pretty simple. Yeah, it's not as difficult as it is, and I think as a business owner, spending $5 a month, or in Aaron's case, free if you're doing it that way, depending on what. I'm sure you're got to be on a plan of some sort.
Oh yeah. I'm paying for the hosting,
right? So,
but I'm going to pay for that hosting anyways. So
right, So just depending on what it is, I mean, your minimal price when it comes into your business, under $10 a month, and the amount of. I think they'd look more professional too when you have your own, @ domain instead of @ Yahoo, especially at Yahoo, or when Thunder Chicken 85 at AOL is always a great one too, or something. So it just allows you to get a little more professional on it.
Yeah, and I know there's certainly a lot of back and forth on that. If you're using a Gmail one, and then Yahoo or AOL, I agree. I mean, for me, if I'm going to, interact with somebody that I'm going to be spending my hard-earned dollars with, I'd like to think that, that they are kind of putting in the effort, and part of that effort is, I don't know. I mean, it'd be like walking into a store that doesn't have any signage or any price tags, or it's just kind of like, it is who you are, and so if you don't have an email address, even, it's like, I don't know if I want to spend that much money with you. Are you really that legit? So
yeah, and I have a bunch of Gmail ones that I use for those fun signups, because you just have them to go to that, but try and keep everything through the same domain on it, and for what it is, it's not in the grand scheme of things of what it actually costs you to do. It's minute, and it's one of the things that just kind of gives you that extra oomph behind it, I think.
Yeah. And like you said, you can, I mean, I still check everything right through what I would check all my other emails through and all that kind of fun stuff. So not a big deal. Teresa says, I'm having a heck of a time trying to set something up with G Suite, cannot get through to talk to someone. Yeah, it is a challenge with Google, is trying to talk to somebody about that. It's a little bit tough. I have it through HostGator now, but I changed my server and need to change my email. How many accounts can you have on G Suite, Todd?
It depends, because you can get unlimited, but there's different levels that just cost different. If you sign into your Gmail, your account there, you should be able to go to the settings and set up a chat, because that's how I was kind of having issues with mine. And most everything within 24 hours they get back to you or schedule a time to get back with you. But one of mine, we tried clearing out some stuff, and some stuff kind of got lost and wasn't able to figure it out. And they were able to get everything back on track with me, and we were probably back up and running within a couple hours. So the chat service, I think, is the best one. So just go in there, and it doesn't matter which one. That's kind of the key to Google, is you find a chat and you get on there and then say, this is what I'm trying to do, and then they end up getting you in contact with the right one you need to be in. It's almost like when you get on the phone, you just hit operator, just say operator until you get somebody, and they get you to where you need to go. Kind of the same way here.
Yeah. And I think the other thing to just, I don't, certainly don't know where you're at with this, Teresa, but there's Gmail, which is just our personal Gmail account that you're not paying for. That's one thing, and actually that's what I'm using to check my emails. I just have my other emails set up as quote unquote pop emails, and then there's G Suite, which is their business services, which you're paying for. So you can pay for as many G Suite accounts as you want. Like I said, I think it's $5 a pop, and then once you get to a certain amount, they start lowering the price, if I remember right.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the price break is on it, but I know there's different ones on there. And then it depends on what you need those multiple accounts for, because we have a couple different ones set up, and they're just the alias accounts. So they'll all go to the same one. So you can, I think it's unlimited that you can set those up. So if you wanted to have at sales or info or artwork or whatever, department you wanted, shipping, receiving, however you could set them up that way. So it looks like you have a bunch of them, but they all just go to the same one.
The one. Yeah. True says, I can't get an account for my cabin email because it says I already have a personal email with that one. Interesting. Because it should be whatever, Teresa at cabin.com. That should be what you're trying to set up for the G Suite, as far as I know. So,
yeah. And then it just depends on I see. On that I don't know, because that was, if you're going to, everything should just transfer over, I would assume. So
yeah, it's interesting. Yep, definitely something to be said there. Like you said, Todd, hit up the chat over there and see what they say. It might be a great place to start. Interesting. Wish I knew more, Teresa. Sorry about that. All right. Kelly says, email is part of the brand. It's worth it to have it all match and be cohesive. I'm very reluctant to reply back to any non-pro email. So there we go. All right, Todd. Well, 28 minutes in. What do you think? We got one more in us, or I think we should wrap it up?
Next show isn't until Thursday. So it's completely up to you, because tomorrow, Tuesday with Todd, Wednesday we got training, and then we have Q&A with TNA back on Thursday. So it's completely up to you.
You tell me.
Fine, let's do it.
Let's do one more. Okay, hold on a second.
One more.
I'm gonna look here. Let me I'll look that up in just 1 second. Okay. Here, let's do that one.
I like theme music.
That would be cool. All right. Here you go, Todd. I'll let you handle this one while I'm tracking something else down over here. So, I heard you guys talking about Success Tracker, but couldn't find anything about it on your site. What is it?
So it's something to track your success. See you Thursday.
Sweet. And we're out.
So it's a program we're working on to help you track your success. Reason it's not on the site yet is because it's not finished. We're still working on the website. Soon. that will be done, and then it'll be there. It's something. The overall gist of it is that there's gonna be goals set by yourself. When you reach these milestones or goals, you'll be handsomely rewarded, showered with luxurious gifts and accolades. The skies will open, and God Himself will look down and give you something cool. Maybe not necessarily will happen that way, but it is a way for you to, kind of motivate you to get in there. I think some people just need that, that way to track things and know what's going on, and to receive, when was I think it was maybe it wasn't, but I do believe it was Aaron that said it one time. When was the last time that anybody had an applause? Most of the time was in high school. So
no, that's true. Yeah, the last time I think the number was like 85% of people. The last time that they've ever received any applause was when they graduated high school.
Yeah, and so this is our applause to you. To help you. Good job. We'll get you. If I have to clap for you and send you a video, I will do that. But it's just kind of, and there's going to be, a little cost, but it's basically to cover the stuff we're sending out. It's not anything big or crazy, but it's just, everybody needs to be told good job. And this is a way to, you put a little skin in the game, you get a little fun things back. There's a couple other things along the way. And we're hoping, just to be able to help, just give that little push to get everything started on it. And for anybody that is already a member in any level beyond the success tracker, will get the success tracker for free. So if you're already a member of stuff, you'll get added in that program free as well.
Yeah, exactly. Batman has a funny comment here for us. Remember, it's under promise and over deliver, Todd, not over promise and under deliver. I got Aaron, and I think I have Eric. So maybe, is that which way is that go? Yeah, that's right.
I'll let you two figure out who's who.
All right. Let's see here. What else we got? Okay, cool. So did we answer that? We good?
I think so. I don't know how to do on
it. I thought from what I listened to, which I was doing two things at once there.
Which is, Aaron listens to about 15% of what you say. So if you just say it fast enough and move your head and you use your hands a lot, he'll just, that's right. You can go on with it.
Because there's some other squirrel that I'm chasing. So, well, I got this link for Google support here, and so anyhow, I'll see if I can. It's a long one. Let's see if it comes through. There.
Maybe.
Yeah, so try that.
Try that. See.
Anyhow, all right. So yes, I think, like you said, it's that way to, we've talked about this, Todd, and I don't know how much we've actually talked about this since then, but this was one of the big things that you and I talked about when we first started talking about this back at DAX Chicago last year. Was, it's one thing to help people, and it's one thing to, provide them with tools. It's one thing to be a part of this community that's helping each other. But, a lot of us, in fact, all of us, I know I fit in that group at least. And, there's times where I think I do the same for you too, Todd, is that we need accountability.
Yeah.
We need that, yep. You know what? I need to get out of this funk and move forward. And, yes, this thing that happened today sucked, but my goal is here. My next milestone is here. And if you know that you've got people sitting there cheering you on, Todd, you said you used to run cross country and stuff like that. Back when,
never know it, but I did.
Yep. But hey, I'm right there with you. Todd and I do not look like runners, but we have been. But it's that you kind of get to the end, especially the longer races. You kind of get to the end of that race, and it's not about it. It's no longer about your body's energy. It's definitely at a certain stage it becomes mind over matter. And so when you're out there, say you're running a half marathon, you're getting into that last couple of miles. It's not can you keep running, it's how many people are along the side going, good job, you can do this? That, that
Yep.
for me, I mean, I found myself the very first half marathon I ever ran. I was so just tired by the time I was about 2 miles left that there was this group of like these little tiny cheer type girls along the side of the street that I had no idea who they were, but they were standing there jumping up and down cheering. I know I'm way at the end, so they'd probably been cheering for a long time. And I, just broke down in tears nearly just because of that support that, okay, yep, I can do this. And so obviously that's a little bit over the top, but this is that same thing. You now know that there's definitely for sure somebody there that's keeping track of this for you. And when you get to that point, we're going to celebrate with you. So
yep, for sure.
So, all right. I think we covered it then, Todd. Let me see what else is in the old comments here. And yeah, there we go. Kristen said some people need that carrot to chase. Christine says, is there a cocktail party this Friday? That is true. That was, we were supposed to do that. I've not set that up yet.
Add it to your list.
Well, let me throw this out there. All right. If I set up a cocktail party for this Friday, who's going to be there? Todd will be there. Okay, good. I'm writing this down.
I don't know if I'm going to be for the whole duration of it, but I might have to put a time limit on that, because what originally started as a 2-hour boat tour has turned into 4 seasons of Lost at Sea or something. I was like, all right, 7 to 9, good to go. 7 to 1, thanks for a long night, early Saturday.
Oh boy. All right. So yeah, let's see if anybody else is gonna be there. We can certainly set it up. I may just set it up and just have a link for people to go to instead of getting yeah. So anyhow. All right. What else? What do we have in the comments here? Oh, Renee. Yep. And this year there's no applause for graduating. Yeah. Well, you know what, Renee, we can still do it though. I mean, let's do a virtual. Heck, we'll put it together. People, my nephew is a senior this year, and yeah, my brother and I were talking this weekend about, you know what, let's just, then the people that weren't going to be able to make it to Arizona anyways, let's do a Zoom thing and set that up. So, Teresa says, if I can get service from the hot tub at the cabin, I will be there. Perfect. Rena says, sometimes you just need to have some help pulling you out of the rabbit hole. Absolutely.
I went down the rabbit hole today.
Valerie says, I'll be there, but not until midnight. Martha, I will be there. Okay. All right. Party it is.
But not until midnight? Like, that's like 2 o'clock in the morning our time, because she's up in racist Idaho or wherever that is. I mean, not racist Idaho or whatever that is. That's where I'm like, that's where punctuation means everything. Not until midnight?
We'll not be staying until midnight.
Oh, okay. I'm like, whoa, that makes for a long night.
Yeah. All right. That's on the list. It won't be there yet. Trying to figure out how to do this. We'll post it. We'll just post it out. We won't even worry about getting everybody signed up. We'll post it and let everybody just show up and yeah, 7 till 10ish.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Yeah. 7 to 10ish.
Okay. Start early, not staying all night.
I'm right there with you. Saturday mornings are tough. Saturday mornings.
I do a show the next Saturday morning, so I don't want to hear it.
Before you do the show.
All right. I think we've done enough, Todd. I think we're good.
Perfect.
So let's call it a day. Thanks everybody for joining us. Tomorrow, Todd,
you do it at 4 p.m. Central.
Okay.
I've got some hidden gems that we're gonna talk about, but I'm not gonna release those yet.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Secrets. I like it.
Secrets.
Tune in to find out.
Yeah, secrets of something will happen tomorrow. It depends on if I have some stuff come in or not, as far as what we'll talk about. But I do want to talk about artwork for a little bit, because garbage in, garbage out, and I just need to. I'll probably start beating that horse dead 4 times, because it's been definitely a crazy artwork type of thing. So maybe just show people, hey, how to, use remove.bg and how easy, some of the stuff can be, and go from there. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Cool.
Well,
So Tuesdays with Todd at 4 Central Time tomorrow.
Yep.
Our success group training on Wednesday night. We're going to be
Yep.
talking about setting goals and milestones and objectives. So how we're going to get our way to success with this business planning we've been doing. So
we're right smack dab in the middle of that, which means 2 more weeks of that, followed by a week off, and then we'll start up the next training. So we need to revisit those sites to see what people want training on now, because some of the things may have changed on what we can do and not do. I know, because we had what was one of the things we had on there?
Vendor fairs.
Yeah. So we can figure out how to do that. How to set that up. I think there was a couple other lists. So
yeah,
go from there and figure that part out.
Yep, definitely. Cool. Renee said, did the new font work?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. I have no idea. Good. All right. So that's Wednesday. Thursday we'll be back here. So if you want to get your questions answered here, we will do our best to do that. Let me find that banner. So oursuccessgroup.com/QA is where to go sign up for that. Also, if you are listening over on the Facebook side, we'd love it if you'd hit liveosg.com. That'll take you to our YouTube page. We could use some more subscribers over there, so we get a little bit better name on YouTube. You have to have 100 subscribers. So get over there, get subscribed to that. And I think that's it. I think that covers us, Todd. Anything else that we missed here?
I think it's just through Thursday. We'll figure out the rest of the week when we get to Thursday.
All right. Sounds good. We'll see everybody tomorrow night, Tuesday with Todd. We'll see all of our members over there at training on Wednesday night. And going from there out, one more question for you here, Todd. When are you taking the imprinter out of the box?
It's out of the box.
Okay. So it's out of the box.
Look, I got it. I got the stuff right here. It's just things have gotten busy, and that's just how life goes.
That's good.
It's a great thing to have, and I'll get around to it. I got it unboxed, and I got stuff there, but then other stuff started coming in, and then it was like, hey, now we're down for 2 months, but how can we make things better, and what else can we do? So I've kind of been focusing more a little on myself and growing some other things that we can do, and taking the time to sit back and enjoy it, because I think, once this all ends, it's going to go crazy. So, enjoy what time you have with the family now.
All right. Yeah. Sounds great. Cool. All right. I think that, boy.
And it's out of the box.
Nice. Very nice. All right, guys, let's get the heck out of here, and have a great evening, everybody. Todd, thank you, sir. We will see you tomorrow night with Tuesdays with Todd.
Sounds great. See you then.